Hi, my name is Ben and I'm a physical therapist here at Total Physical Therapy in Amarillo, and today we are going to recap week number 8 on my recovery back from an injury and getting back into running. Today I would like to talk a little bit about strength training. That's not to say that strength training is the primary focus of our training. It's not. Obviously, our goal is to run. Our goal is to get faster at running. But there are numerous studies that show the benefits on running economy, on 5K race times, on our ability to be able to hold form at the end of races, such as longer efforts like marathons. All kinds of benefits of including strength training into our regiments. And so now what that looks like could differ from individual to individual. Not everybody is going to see the same benefits from strength training as other people. But if you're somebody who your whole life has gone out and just run and hasn't really incorporated a whole lot of strength training into your regiment, you can see huge advantages, huge progressions with your running if you include strength training. And so what it probably should look like early on is not what you think of whenever you go to the gym, with all the guys with muscles bulking out of their shirts and they're out there lifting 400 or 500 pounds. Obviously that is not our goal whenever we talk about strength training as runners. Our strength training is meant to supplement what we do in a running. And so, early on, starting off with body weight exercises is totally sufficient for at least a few months, while your body is adjusting and adapting to the stress that you're placing upon it. After a few months of body weight training, now that your body has adapted and gotten stronger and the muscles are used to certain tensions that you've been placing your body on, well, now we can start transitioning into lifting weights. And one of the reasons why I recommend sometimes to start off with body weight training is just because sometimes it's good for our bodies to learn how to move through space without added load upon it. Especially if you have never lifted weights before. Now, if you have a history of lifting weights, you could probably skip the body weight portion and go straight into lifting weights. But for those of us that have never done it before, sometimes it's good just to have that foundation of movement, learning how to move your body through space, not just in a running motion, but also through lunging patterns and squatting patterns and all these different movements that we can do before we start loading them. Because whenever we start loading them, if our bodies aren't used to these patterns, then we could be in a little bit of trouble if we're not careful. And so once your body is used to moving through certain patterns, such as lunging, squatting, picking things up off the floor, deadlifting, things like that, now we can actually truly start loading these patterns. And so, starting off nice and light and then gradually building up your tolerance to these positions is typically the best way to go about it. And so, if you have never lifted a weight before, even starting with something as light as a bar can be beneficial for you. Your body is learning how to move your body through space with 45 pounds on it. And if you have one weight session where you're lifting the bar and okay, great, you did well and it didn't seem that hard and your body did really well with it and was moving well, okay, great, let's bump it up a little bit, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it may be. You kind of just gradually start building up your tolerance to these positions until we start seeing some movement problems. And if you have never lifted weights before, it may be a good idea to do this under the eye of a coach, just because it's hard as an individual to be able to feel exactly what you are doing if you're not used to doing these movements before. And so if that's something that you're interested, let us know. We would love to be able to help you through that process if you've never done that before. A couple of things about how often we should strength train. I don't see necessarily a need to go beyond 3 times a week. Starting off with something as simple as once a week would be better than nothing, but optimally 2 to 3 times a week is best. And and again, you don't have to spend a lot of time lifting weights. It can be as little as 20 minutes all the way up to an hour if you really want to spend that much time in the gym. But again, just taking some time out of your day to put yourself under tension, under load, and these different movement patterns can be extremely beneficial to us as runners. Just starting off with just a little bit and then kind of gradually building. And if you find it beneficial and you really enjoy it, then, maybe we can start increasing your amount of time spent in the gym. But every individual is going to be different. There's no magic dosage on how often you should go to the gym or how much we should lift. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. And it's kind of fun, actually, kind of going and kind of tinkering with the different numbers to figure out, well, what's the optimum amount for me? How is it going to benefit my running? And again, if you guys have a lot of questions and you're trying to decide, well, what would it look like for me, or what is that training dosage for me, and how do I go about tinkering with it and figuring it out? I'll definitely be posting more videos as talking about that a little bit, but if you guys want more guidance, feel free to reach out, feel free to call us, and we can kind of help you walk through that process a little bit. The week has been a fairly solid week for me in that I didn't have to use any rest days this week. I was able to find time to get out and enjoy walking and run walking. I was able to run walk 4 times this week, starting on Monday with 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, feeling good. Moved on to Wednesday at 4 minutes on, 1 minute off. Moving on to Friday at 5 minutes on, 1 minute off. And then today we are going to tackle 6 minutes on, 1 minute off as part of the progression. Each of the days that I was running, my hip felt really good. On Thursday, I was out walking, fitness walking in the evening, and I was doing a hill out by my house, just kind of repetitively going and doing the hill over and over again. And by the end of that, my knee was a little sore. Questioned whether or not I'd be able to actually run on Friday, but it's amazing what a little bit of sleep, a little bit of rest will do. On Friday, I was able to do my run walking progression without any difficulties. And so if you guys have been following me from the very beginning, since week 1, we are almost to the end. By the end of this week, of this upcoming week, I'll be pretty close to the end of this progression. I have 2 more weeks left, and everything is moving on nice and well. And I honestly cannot wait to be at the conclusion of the journey, but I am still enjoying every single minute of the journey, because it's important whenever you're on a particular progression or a plan, a training plan, or whatever it may be. It's important to live in the moment and be content with wherever you are in your training, because if you are not content with where you're at, that can lead to a lot of mental challenges. And if you find yourself being content and not necessarily content at staying where you are, but happy with where you're at in the moment, knowing that you are progressing and moving yourself forward and making yourself better as each day moves on, and being okay with where you're at. As for the workouts this week, I think it was last week I mentioned to you guys that my back was bothering me from sitting too much the week before, and needless to say, pretty much all of those symptoms are now gone. I was able to curb it and tackle it early and get on top of things to where I can gladly say at this point in time, if I can find a tree to knock on, that my back is pain-free. And so another part of the beauties of my line of work and what I do is that early physical therapy can do wonders for treatment progression. And allowing you to get back and doing things that you need to. So it's one of the nice things about my line of work is that if I find a niggle or if I find something that really bothers me, if I get the right treatment plan underway, then it won't blow up into a big issue. It can be managed and treated thoroughly to where today I don't have any problems. And so same thing with my knee issue earlier this week. My knee kind of flared up. I was able to modify a couple of things as far as, you know, how much rest between sessions, and then also able to modify what my next training session looked like. My next training session on Friday was supposed to be out here at Paladera Canyon, which has a lot of elevation. I went ahead and modified that to where it was mainly flat terrain that I was running and walking on, and the knee did really well with that. If y'all liked the video, please like down below. Leave some comments or questions down in the comment box down below. And hopefully you guys find this beneficial, and we will see you guys on the next one.